All right, so the last update, we did a very detailed look at the new RipRacer. For this video, we want to do some onboard tests, some speed tests, really give you a feel of what this bike's all about. So let's get out there and do it. So the RipRacer comes in two configurations, comes in class 2 and class 3. Class 2 mode is a class 2 bike, so it's limited to 20 miles an hour with a throttle and with the pedal assist. And class 3 mode is limited to 28 miles an hour on the pedal assist and 20 miles an hour on the throttle. So the class 2 RipRacer comes with a 10.4 amp hour battery. That gets you 540 watt hours battery capacity, which is a good match for 20 mile an hour type speed. The motor is still 750 watts, but the amps is set at 20 amps. So you're still getting around 1,000 watts peak power. The funny thing is you really don't need 750 watts to do only 20 miles an hour. So you have a lot of extra power to get up hills. So besides the display and the battery, those are the only two things that are different between the class 3 and class 2 RipRacers. And all the parts are interchangeable between each other, which makes our servicing a lot easier to handle. So I'm gonna jump aboard the class 2 RipRacer so you can get an idea of how it performs. Wow, it's kind of chilly today. Woo, weather really took a turn. I really don't like this cold weather. So the class 2 RipRacer is limited to 20 miles an hour, which is really a good speed for bike paths and also just getting through the city. 4 modes of pedal assist, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 is corresponding to sport mode on the LCD display. You also have a 0 assist, so if you don't want to have any assist, that's also available. The display only has one button, very minimal. It switches between the pedal assist mode and the speed when you push the button, so it's very easy to use. The other nice thing is the display can be mounted on the right or the left side, depending on your preference. So if you live in a place that allows class 3 e-bikes and you want to go 28 miles an hour versus 20, then the class 3 RipRacer is definitely an upgrade. I'm going to head back to the shop, swap this pack out, and put it in class 3 mode. Do a little bit of onboard riding, some speed tests.
The RipRacer comes with a 2 amp battery charger. If you want to charge twice as fast, you can get the optional 4 amp battery charger. If you want to charge 4 times faster, you can get the 8 amp battery charger. That can charge the pack in less than 2 hours. Later we'll be introducing a charging dock and a battery swapping station for fleets. These functions are compatible with the new 2nd generation battery pack. Also, if you're concerned about theft, the G2 battery packs have an integrated Apple AirTag slot. It's a no-brainer, just go ahead and install the Apple AirTag if you want to track your bike anywhere in the world with your smartphone.
All right, so we got the RipRacer set up in the class 3 configuration. Basically, the main differences is going to be the battery pack is going to be 15.6 amp hours, so you get 50% more battery pack. The advanced display, so you get much more functions. Also cruise control, and also the controller goes from 20 amps to 25 amps. So at 25 amps, you're peaking out at 1300 watts, so you're getting about 25% more power. This is a significant difference. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is check the inflation pressure. In class 3 mode, for the most speed and most efficiency, you wanna use like the higher pressures. And if you're going like off-road, or if you need more softer ride, you can lower the tire pressure. The maximum pressure on these tires are 30 PSI. So that's what's written on the side. I'm gonna put it at 25 PSI. I kinda like that pressure for doing commuting and for faster class 3 speeds. All right, so one thing I like to carry with me is a tire inflator. This is one of the best inflators. Fat tire bikes, they have so much air in the tires. You don't want to be sitting there pumping and pumping and pumping. So these things, they get your tire pumped up relatively quickly. So I'll show you how that works.
So I dialed in 25 PSI as my target air pressure. Then you want to just basically connect it to your valve stem here. Right now the air pressure in the tire is 11 PSI. So it's going to start pumping and then it'll stop when it hits 25. So it just started. And it'll pump to 25 and then stop.
I love when stuff just works automatically.
There, stopped at 25. Another thing is there's a little bleed valve here, so you can let the air out very in a controlled way.
I don't know. I don't think I can ask for a more perfect situation to test in. There's like no wind, very few cars. This road is super straight. Okay, so the other thing I want to mention is the speed test. I'm going to be using a GPS module by SkyRC. This is pretty much what everybody uses when they do speed tests on their RC car, RC plane. Super accurate, like 10 times more refresh rate. Pretty crazy how sensitive it is to motion, and I'll show you how that works. I'll do like a little screen overlay so you can see exactly how fast the bike is going. So you can see how sensitive it is to every movement. Just that little movement right there. It's even more sensitive than our LCD display, which is nuts. You move a feet, it actually shows you how far you moved. All right, so I'm gonna take off and then let's see what we can achieve here. All right, so throttle alone, this is not pedaling, 20 miles an hour. So right at 20 miles an hour, that's how this bike has been programmed. Pretty dang accurate. Yep, right there. With pedal assist. So there you go. So now it starts to take off. You see the speed pick up. Whoa! What the? Seriously, bro? There it is, right at 28. All right, let's go. And there's one more thing. Those class modes are the way the regulations are set up. We recognize some people want to go faster on the throttle. If you want to do that, we're going to offer a off-road controller with the RipRacer. What that will allow you to do is go more than 20 miles an hour with the throttle.
All right, so the off-road controller is installed. See here on the throttle only. And it's topping out at 20 miles an hour. So now when you enter racetrack mode, it takes the governor off the throttle. So open wheel.
And put on my gloves. Gloves. So that's a throttle only, no pedal assist. Definitely shoots past 20 miles an hour. Yeah, so that definitely does what it's supposed to do right there. The only thing is you need to check with your regulations, your local regulations. In some places you may need to register it as a motor vehicle if you want to ride it on the use the off-road controller on the road. So just be aware of that. All right, so now I'm going to take the RipRacer on a interesting little back road here. Alright, so that was a fun ride aboard the new RipRacer. This bike's been designed to basically outperform everything out there in its category. Super fun bike, definitely the hottest bike of 2022. We have a lot more updates coming about this bike. We're just now getting it into production, starting with the frame. Those are already starting. I'll be doing some updates about that. We're doing some in-depth look at some accessories and also some range tests. So yeah, very excited about this product. I hope you enjoyed that. Click subscribe. Let us know what you think in the comments.